All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. Those of you who have served, thank you for your service. I just got back from my daughter's Veterans Day parade. She was in the marching band. And I wanted to get on here quickly and go over the full moon forecast that's coming up for Tuesday. Boy, did I botch the dates on the last YouTube video. Why I thought the full moon was on Sunday or Monday, I don't know. It is on Tuesday. So I did want to go over the forecast just a little bit with everybody. Let me bring it up. You can always check out my forecast at astrologywitch.com. Before I get started with the forecast, we have a few new products I'm getting ready to throw into the Magical Emporium. One is a homemade item, and this will be, I'll probably put a few of these in my Etsy store as well, but I do like to just throw them right into my Magical Emporium. But I do have some, this is called Palo Santo spray, and it's just as burning Palo Santo stick. I'm getting the hiccups, I'm sorry. But for some who are more sensitive to smoke and stuff, this is a great alternative for purifying and cleansing and getting rid of negative energy around you. I highly recommend this for people that are doing any kind of paranormal work, people that do go out on investigations. This is a must-have for my paranormal investigators. You spray this before you go into a home and on an investigation, and you spray this after. This is made with full moon water. It is made with Palo Santo oil. And I also have in here little pieces of tourmaline stone inside the bottle. And the tourmaline is a great reflector for absorbing negative energy. So those of you that do a lot of investigating, do a lot of tarot readings, this is a great thing for a whole host of things. But Palo Santo oil will clear any kind of negativity. I know a few teachers that use this oil, this spray. Obviously, they can't burn incense and sage their classroom. That is frowned upon in most establishments, I guess. But they take this and they spray it around their classroom to get out any of the negative energy within the classroom. So it doesn't smell like roses, okay? Remember, it is Palo Santo oil, so it has a very vinegary smell to it when you, yeah, it is a very vinegary, not too vinegary. I mean, it's not as unpleasant as the smell of vinegar, but it does have a strong vinegary scent to it, but that's because that scent cleanses, purifies, clears out the negative. So look for some Palo Santo oil. I will be starting to sell these during the holidays. I made the first batch up. I had to wait 30 days because that's how I roll with my full moon water. It doesn't just sit in the full moon and voila, it's done. It takes some time. So I will be throwing these on my page, probably my website, in the next 24 hours or so. So look for that. Then we just have a few other things. My daughter decided to purchase some wholesale sterling silver chains. So for the holidays, we're getting ready for 18. These are 18-inch sterling silver necklaces. So far, we have one she made with just the basic pentagram. And the other one is, we had some leftover amethyst stones from the last wholesale batch I bought. So I decided to use the last few of these and put the amethyst. Amethyst is a great stone for any kind of psychic work, psychic healing. It's also great for getting rid of headaches, negative energy, but it's excellent for clairvoyant and psychic work. And I only have about 3 of these in stock with the sterling silver chain. And I'm probably going to start running a special next week, a pre-Thanksgiving special on some of this stuff. I really prefer to do it through my website over Etsy. Not that Etsy isn't a good site, but sometimes I just prefer to do it through my website. Then it's less of a hassle for me. And last but not least, I think I might have shown this to you guys last time, but she also made a few of these little smaller pentagram on a cord, on a black cord, and this is probably about 12 inches. So a couple of new things I'm going to be adding to the store in the next 48 hours or so. So you want to keep an eye for that, and I will be running some specials in the next few weeks to come. One will be a $10 off through my website. Purchase $20, you get $10 off that purchase, which is a really good deal. Anyway, back to the full moon forecast. Now, this week promises to be incredibly eventful for many of us. We have a Mercury transit. So those of you that are into astronomy, this is the perfect time to get out your telescope. Today, on the 11th, it is a Mercury transit. And what this means exactly is it's a transit of Mercury across the sun takes place when the planet Mercury passes directly between the sun and the superior planet, becoming visible against the solar disk. During a transit, Mercury appears as a tiny black dot moving across the disk of the sun, and it will be visible for about 5 hours. Now, we may have missed it by now since in some parts of the world the sun is set, but it'll be very visible, especially in North America. So if you are maybe even in California, you might want to go out there and check right now. I didn't get a chance to observe this since I've been out most of the afternoon, but the next time this event happens won't be till about 2032. So if you have the opportunity to get out there tonight or this early afternoon, check it out. The effects of this are minimal for most. I would be more worried about the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, because this could be a very deadly combination right now. It's the chaos that this retrograde is going to bring. You're going to see it in the news in the next few weeks. Look at the polar vortex that's happening right now on the East Coast. That, accidents, delayed mail, delayed delivery, misunderstandings, communication issues. Mercury retrograde. Now, on Tuesday, November 12th at 8:34 Eastern Time, the full moon energy goes into effect for 2 weeks, and it's in Taurus. Okay, and Taurus is, when we're dealing with Taurus, we're dealing with stress being put on the stock market, financial institutions, corporations. You'll see a lot of corporations dying and even merging with other corporations. You're going to see financial issues for many, stock market issues. It's going to create some devastating financial news in the next few weeks for a great many of us and the world at large. What people don't really realize is that dramatic changes are taking place within our financial world. In the next 10 to 15 years from now, you will not be using the American dollar as currency here in the United States. And the global effects and the global financial markets, they will be unrecognizable in 10 to 15 years, as this world that we're going to be living in is getting ready to go on a global currency, cryptocurrency for that matter. So you know how I talk about investing in crypto. This is why I'm suggesting it. Most of our Asian countries, South Korea, Japan, China, Thailand, are already using this money as their source of making money. And there will be a time when you will see myself the astrology witch offering cryptocurrency as payment. That hasn't happened yet because it's still in its infancy stage here in the United States. It is not in its infancy stage in Asia, and that's why they will become the world superpower. Yes, this is part of the New World Order, and you can't stop it, and you can't feed into fear over it. You got to go with it. I plan on making a lot of money with it in the next 10 to 15 years. Look into it. You deserve it. You deserve to look into it. You owe it to yourself to be enlightened as an American citizen. If you ever have any questions on cryptocurrency, don't hesitate to contact me. I'd be more than happy to chat with you about it. I'm still learning as well, but I'm investing and I'm learning as I go. Okay, back to the economy and back to a more positive note on this matter. On a more positive note, this energy is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. So there are things that you can do in a full moon that are perfectly fine. And right now, the moon has moved into a Taurus. So for the next couple of days, we are in Taurus, and the moon is still waxing. It is a perfect time to go buy new clothes, go to the hair salon, get your hair done, go out and enjoy the arts, go to an art gallery, go listen to music, do something that's fun and happy. Okay. However, after that full moon, it is best, don't go into debt over something, some large, high-priced item. If it's going to put you in debt, don't buy it. But after the full moon, it is best to look for vintage and secondhand items instead of buying brand new. And if a deal seems like it's too good to be true, it's probably a scam. So do be cautious and do not invest in anything after the full moon. No cryptocurrency, no stocks. In fact, if I were you, I'd be unloading my stocks. Don't buy homes. Don't do anything in these next 2 weeks after the full moon. This is a time to review and reevaluate and plan ahead, so to speak. Okay, where was I? And there's not a whole lot going on the celestial field. The big one this week is the full moon in Taurus. But we do close out the week on November 15th, 16th, and 17th with days of caution, and the energy moves into a moonic phase. Moonic energy always creates beginning and endings for many. It's unplanned relocations due to natural disasters like earthquakes or volcanoes or floods. It's intense weather patterns. Look at the East Coast with the polar vortex. It also is loss of life. It represents the United States. It represents real estate. And I do think the real estate market is on the decline now. It peaked in July. It's declining now. We are getting ready to go into a recession. This will be a very, very, very bad winter as we are in the last breath of the last few months right now of this dragon's tail energy in Capricorn. Capricorn is winter. It's cold. It's going to be a very cold winter for a great many of us, and it'll be relentless. January will be one of the worst months. Financially, we'll see a lot of chaos in the financial market. Our economy is going to start to tank. The whole issue going on with the impeachment of President Clinton, not Clinton, wow, I just went back in time about 30 years. President Trump, Clinton was impeached too, by the way. For those of you who weren't born yet, he was impeached too. For far less crimes. I mean, at this point, with all the chaos in politics, please bring back the blowjob. My God. With all the chaos going on in Washington right now, I subconsciously said Clinton for a reason, and I've got to go back and figure out why. That wasn't an accident. Maybe Clinton will make the news in the next few days. We'll see, right? There's no accidents. Anyway, with all the chaos going on in the political realm with Trump and his impeachment, his worst month is going to be December because he's operating on one of his unlucky dragon months, as I call it. December is his bad month, but January will be the worst month globally and for our economy and for our politics. And I do feel I was on air with a friend of mine, Renee Marie, a couple of weeks ago, and she's a psychic, and she thought he would be reelected, and she also thinks that there would be a civil war. She was 50% correct in that. I don't think he'll be reelected, but I do think once he gets impeached, there will be a civil war of some sort, and that is a kind of a scary thought. Let's hope I'm somewhat wrong here, but these are the energies at hand that are getting ready to take place for December. And I'll do, as we get closer to the end of the year, December, I will start doing my 2020 forecast and predictions for the coming year ahead. But you're going to see things in the news that have a lot to do with loss of life, USA News. This is lunatic energy, and it's high emotional stress. And wherever this energy is, we will feel it as human beings in some small measure, some way. So just be aware of that. And this is taking place after the full moon. So it's going to be a little more negative than usual because it's in a waning phase. So more dramatic events will take place, more unexpected relocations for people. Let's hope it's not too bad. For my magical folk out there, Tuesday evening, I will go on YouTube Live and I'm going to show you how to do a money and abundance spell. And the reason I'm doing this is because anytime we have a full or a new moon in Taurus, which represents finances, or Scorpio, which represents investments, joint money, it is the perfect time for any kind of money spells, abundance spells, wealth spells, spells to improve your business, anything that's bringing wealth to you. And I'm going to post this. So we're going to do I'm going to do a simple basic candle spell. There's a couple of other things you can do. You could do money jars, but I'm going to do a simple basic candle spell using either a green or an orange candle. Green represents money and abundance, and orange representing luck. And I will probably do that Tuesday evening, okay? If not, I will do it tomorrow. No. Today's Monday, right? I keep thinking today is Sunday because I'm usually at work on Monday. I will be doing it tomorrow evening. That's right. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay. This is your 2-week forecast by house and sign. So here we go. I'm going to put on my glasses for this so I don't skip signs like I have in the past. Okay. Here we go. Aries, this is your full moon forecast for the next 2 weeks. And please bear with me because the forecast I have given is not very positive for any of the zodiac sign. And I wouldn't be true to myself or to you if I kept you guys with your head buried in the sand, because ignorance is bliss. I have to tell you what I'm forecasting, what I see, and it's not pretty. Sorry. Aries, there's going to be issues with financial setbacks of some sort. Unexpected added expenses are going to be common at this time. Your investments might bring you some worry. Don't stress too much on this. Realize that 2 weeks from now, the energy passes and it goes into a wonderful new moon in Sagittarius. Taurus, this energy is right on you. Okay, and if you don't make the necessary changes in your own life right now for the betterment of your own self, both physically and mentally. Well, unfortunately, the stars will force you into it in a form of a wake-up call. Remember, Taurus, you have the planet Uranus stationed right on you as well for the next 7 years. Okay. Uranus is the planet of release of energy, shocking news. So in the next 7 years, this is a long dance you have with this sign. It's in Taurus. The next 7 years, there's going to be shocking events taking place within your life, both positive and negative. Let's hope they're more on the positive, depending on your karma, Taurus. Gemini. Stress will come from the past. Remember, Mercury is in retrograde, Gemini. So it's going to make things rather unpleasant and uncomfortable. Okay. You're operating right now on a lower frequency, even more than any of the other signs in the zodiac right now, because this is cruising your 12th house of your subconscious, and it's weakening. It's weakening you in some way through fears and self-doubt. Okay. You're at a weakened state. Please listen to your dreams, especially those Geminis out there that dream a lot. Listen to your dreams, because they're going to hold messages. And last but not least, you must let go of the past. There's no future in it. Move on. Cancer. Well, Cancer, right now this energy is going to be cruising your 11th house of friends and wishes, and friends are going to bring you some added stress right now into your life. Your wishes will not be granted at this time for the next 2 weeks. This is more to take time to meditate, and don't bring your work home with you. Leave work at work. Let it go. Once you walk out that door, let it go, because it's going to make you more emotional and it might upset you more. The next 2 weeks are going to be trying in the friendship sector. And you may have a friend or two that backstab you. Okay. Just be aware of those energies around and proceed with caution, Cancer. Leo. This is cruising your 10th, and setbacks are coming to your career, your public standing, and even your accomplishments. You will not be recognized at this time for any of those accomplishments. You need to wait for the new moon in Sagittarius before making any decisions in your career. After that new moon in Sag, coming the 28th, I think, of November. That's the 2020 ephemeris, so I can't use that. I believe it's the 28th of November for full new moon in Sagittarius. So Leo, just play it cool for the next 2 weeks. Virgo. Virgo, your trips, your plans, they're going to have to be rescheduled or postponed at this time. Even new studies or continuing education might have to be put on the back burner right now. Have patience, because this energy wants you, Virgo, to regroup, refocus, clean up first. The new moon will be here sooner than you know it. Then you can get back on track and make those plans and take those courses, okay? Libra. Now, Libra, sad news is coming in some way in regards to death and legacy. Hopefully it's nobody close to you, but you will probably be hearing about someone passing that you've known from either your past, the past, or maybe in the work area. Inheritance is also a possibility. This is for Libra. It is, you have to be strong. Okay. Scorpio. Issues within the domestic forefront and business partners may bring, added stress and headaches at this time. Within your relationship sector, because the 7th house is marriage, it's contracts, it's partnerships. This can either be, a romantic partner or a business partner. If you don't make the necessary changes in your relationships now, the stars are going to force you to do it anyway. Okay. So if things aren't working and things aren't right, you have to make those changes and proceed forward. Sagittarius, the universe, we want you around for a long, long time, Sagittarius. And it's time to make a lot of decisions about your health for the betterment of your health. It's time to get that checkup. Don't let the pressures of work make you too stressed out or make you unhealthy, okay? Right now, Jupiter is in your first house, and that has a tendency to expand the waistline a little bit. So this energy is going to be leaving December 2nd, and it's going to move into Capricorn, okay? There's some good times ahead, Sagittarius, and I'll explain all of that in the next forecast for the new moon. Right now, Sag, because I have a lot of friends who are Sag, so I want you to listen to me. If you're not feeling well, it's time for a checkup. It's time to get some rest. Stop burning the candle at both ends and take time for yourself. Gabish? Gabish. Capricorn. I'm well, Kathy. How are you? I'm sorry, I know. Hey, honey, I'm Capricorn and I believe you're Cancer. So I said in my last forecast that we were getting our ass kicked, and it is no lie. I mean, I can't wait till May when this energy moves out of my sign and yours. I know. I can't wait for 2019 to be over either. This is the year of deaths. And I don't mean that in a physical way. The number 9 at the end of 2019, 9 is about endings. It's about the death and a rebirth. And I'm hoping 2020 is that rebirth for all of us, even this nation, okay? Because I'm very concerned about this country. Okay, Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, this energy is going to be cruising your 5th house. This is the house of love, romance, children, creativity. And children are going to drive you nuts. Probably your own kids. This is me. I'm Capricorn. So children and lovers will bring stress into your life now. Romantic upsets are common. And when this happens, depression may set in, and it would be best to steer clear of any type of alcohol or legal or illegal drugs to help calm or relax or make you feel better. Take it from someone who's a Capricorn, your astrologer. In the end, alcohol doesn't help. Popping pills or smoking pot is not going to help. Meditate, journal. If you're like me and you like the water, swim. Go to the beach. I know it's getting cold and it's winter time, but just looking at the ocean can be therapeutic, a visual effect. Reconnect with nature in some way. Take a walk, anything to make you feel better, because Capricorns, we are going to be a little more mopey and depressed these next 2 weeks. So especially with Mercury in retrograde, be strong. Okay, Capricorn. Aquarius. Transitions and changes are going to take place within your own home life. Family matters. Emotions will occur now. This energy is going to get you stressed out. And luckily, it's going to pass in a few weeks, but you're going to be tested within your 4th house. Your 4th house is home, real estate, family. You may be getting ready to move, relocating, buying a house, redecorating your house. Added stress is going to come within the home, though. So just know 2 weeks, my cat wants out of this room so bad, and he's just going to sit and cry until I'm done. He's going to have to wait. Pisces, you are advised to choose your words very wisely right now. Your words can be very destructive to both you and others. Complaining won't get you anywhere either. So it is best to observe more, speak less, and take action only when the moon is operating in a more positive aspect. Remember, Mercury is also retrograde. So this energy is cruising your 3rd house of mental process and communication. It's not going to go well if you act out within the realm of misunderstandings. Observe more, speak less. It's my best advice to Pisces. And the next 2 weeks are going to be difficult for many of us. And like I said earlier, I wish I was that astrologer that bullshitted my way through this, pardon my French, and gave you roses and rainbows and all fun, nice things that are going to happen. But I wouldn't be true to myself. I wouldn't be true to the people who follow me if I informed you of nonsense and non-facts, right? I can't sugarcoat things. This is going to be a very intense 2 weeks, especially with Mercury retrograde. Taurus will affect the financial institutions of certain things. I want you all to be safe out there. Don't make any kind of investments. And this will be a wake-up call for many of those who play the stock market or choose to ignore the jurisdictions of the stars. Remember this saying. It's an old saying. Millionaires don't follow astrology. Billionaires do. Quote by J.P. Morgan, way back in the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s. That is a very true fact. Very true. So make sound investments, only buy secondhand stuff or vintage or antique stores. You will get incredible deals at places like that right now. If you must shop, that's how you shop. For all of you out there, please have a safe week. Remember, Mercury is in retrograde, so do drive on the defense. Drive with precaution, and you will get through this just fine. Everybody out there, have a great week. Happy Veterans Day. Kathy, blessings. Have a wonderful week, my dear. And I will get on here again tomorrow night, and I will do a money spell. So for those of you who want to partake in this, make sure you have a green or an orange candle on hand. And if you have any anointing oil for like money to bring to you, you can anoint it with that. If you don't have any kind of money, like to come to me oil for money, come to me, or wealth oil, cinnamon oil always works well for wealth. Patchouli oil is another one. You can go with one of the basic oils for bringing money to you. Anoint that candle, put a sigil of a $sign inside the candle, and we'll do the ritual together tomorrow night. Okay? Have a great evening. Kathy, blessings. We'll be in touch soon. And blessed be. Have a wonderful full moon. Ciao. Bye, Kathy. Thanks for tuning.